Okay, how to start this? First off, remember one thing. When you're practicing a wheelie or you're trying to get going with a wheelie, make sure you have like a piece of road where there's not much traffic, where you can be by yourself, no cops stressing you. I mean, don't go in the city and do it there. I mean, it kind of explains itself. Make sure you have grippy asphalt so the tires don't spin through when you're lifting it up, when you're giving it the power. And yeah, there are basically few things to consider. First off, yeah, I know you've heard this probably 1,000 times. Make sure you've got all your gear. Also explains itself because wheeling, yeah, obviously it's pretty risky, but I mean, no risk, no fun. So yeah. Second of all, as you've probably heard before as well, make sure when you're starting to wheelie that you have your back brake. For those of you who don't know, if there's such people around, then you shouldn't even try wheeling, but make sure you have the back brake covered. The back brake, hence when the bike goes towards 12 o'clock, I mean when it tends to over wheelie, yeah, and if you take the power off, it can bring it down, but it's safer if you just tap the back brake a bit, just give it like a little tap, and that's gonna bring it back down for you. It's gonna be a hard bringing down, so make sure once it's down, I mean it's happened to me, of course it's just like a matter of learning that when you bring it down, it can hit you pretty badly, because if you get it up too much and you press the back brake and you're sitting like this, that it bangs down. And make sure you have like a good grip on everything. I've been watching all those videos, like probably all you guys have been, how to wheelie. Everyone's saying clutch up wheelies are easier and so on and so forth, they're more safe. Well, how can I say, it works for some, it doesn't work for others. For me, I feel more comfortable with power wheelies. I don't know why. I've been showing a few friends of mine how to wheelie. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not like this mega stunt expert wheelie guy, yeah? I'm a beginner just like you are, maybe just a bit more advanced. And that's why I want to bring it to you while I'm still at this level, so you have something to compare to. What's very important is, look, this is how I do it, yeah? I mean, there are people who are gonna for sure say, that's not the right way. But it works for me. I can get it up all the way. I find the balance point. It does the job. I mean, and I'm happy with it. No need for this clutch up wheelie, because when you clutch it up, first of all, I don't know if you can see, I've tried it like this with one finger. It's, for me personally, it's too dodgy, and having to that means I have to take two fingers off, and like this I just go blip it, like blip, and then it just pushes me back so hard that once I almost lost the grip on the handlebars, because it just did this whoop, and I didn't have the grip and it started dangling. And personally, yeah, it doesn't do the job. I mean, power wheelie, you have both hands here, you have a strong grip, and then you can just like pop it up, so I don't know, for me personally it's safer. Plus, I'm gonna show you the trick on how to get the front end up. I mean, I've had friends which have been trying it the whole summer long just to get the front up, and they couldn't manage it. And for me personally, this was my breakthrough when I found out this thing, how to do it. Like, it just happened by mistake, and it did the job. I mean, it did the job for me, and it did for sure the job for like 2 or 3 friends of mine who weren't able to get the front up. And after I told them to do this, then all of a sudden it started going up. So basically, look, I'm not going to talk so much about it. It's this: when you drive the bike normally, I'm going to try to film my hand, yeah, and you want to wheelie it, yeah, you have your hand like you usually have it, the power hand, the throttle hand. And when it's like this, yeah, you don't have, I mean, the gas, it doesn't open the throttle bodies up enough for you to get it up, yeah, to get the bike up. So when you're doing this, the trick is, I mean, I've been trying this and trying, and I just couldn't get it up at all. And then at one stage I realized, okay man, this cannot be, I mean, I've seen other people do it. To make a long story short, This is what you have to do. Not try and wheelie it like this, you know. It won't cut it. I mean, maybe it will if you pull it a lot, but it just won't do it. What you need to do is you get up, like you bend your elbows a bit, and you twist the hand like this, and you leave it like that, you know. Not like the usual driving when you're used to driving like this and you just go, why won't it lift? Why? No. What you need to do is when you're going for a wheelie, twist it up a bit like this. I mean, see, this is how it is, yeah. And if you have it like this, all you can do is this, and it won't give you the power needed. So what you need to do is like this, how you're normally, just turn it a bit more and leave the hand like this. Plus, if you have the elbow bent, you can then pull it more. You can, because whilst you're pulling, see what my arm does? If you're like this and you pull it, you automatically twist the throttle. So that's what it does. That's what helped me out a lot. At this point, before we get going, I I want to say, all of my friends which did this trick, yeah, at first they were shocked. I mean, because you don't expect it to lift up so abruptly in first gear, yeah. So pretty please make sure you cover the back brake and try, it sounds stupid, but try and stay calm. I haven't been able to stay calm at first. It's okay if you don't stay calm, but just try to relax, not to be all tense. Relax a bit and make sure you cover the back brake. And I had a friend, he was so shocked from the first time because it went up. He wasn't used to getting it up at all, and when he did the trick, it went up like this, you know, whoo. And then he got into some kind of shock thing, and he didn't even want to try for a week or two, you know, because it got him and he got scared. So try not to get too scared, and just, you know, the more you try, the better you get at it. You know, it's like with everything. If you practice something, eventually you're gonna get good at it. Same here. All you need to do is overcome the fear, and then you're gonna be fine. So at first it's gonna go up a bit, and then a bit more, and a bit more, until you find the balance point. But don't even think about balance point now. At the beginning, I'm gonna show you now. Just try to get up just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'll show you now, okay? Okay. Start the bike up. The bike needs to be warm. Tires need to be warm. And very important, you need to have petrol. Because once I lifted it, petrol finished, and I smashed down. Okay, so here we go. You accelerate. I'm gonna try and film my hand while doing this. So there you go. See, this is how it would be normally, my hand. And if it's like this, it doesn't work. The bike just pushes you back and it doesn't lift here, you know. All it does is it's not really cutting it at all, yeah. So this is what I mean. You need to twist it a bit forward, and then all you do is twist it, and then when you accelerate, just pull it up. And then once it's twisted and you're pulling, it gives gas automatically. So all it needs to, like, get it up to 4,000 or 5,000 revs, pull back on the gas, and then give. And that's all you're gonna get at first. It's like a little, what is it called, like a bunny hop, you know. That's all you need at first. And then just another advice here is make sure that your butt is all the way back. I mean, so like this, the bike won't throw you back, if you know what I mean. Don't sit with your balls on the tank. Push yourself back. That's gonna get the weight, your weight, further back, meaning that the bike is gonna lift up easier. So all you need to do is first is, I'm gonna show you a couple of times now, just get it off like a few centimeters off the ground, just so you get used to the feeling. Okay, so you accelerate to like 4,000 or 5,000 RPM. Wait, let me show you. So you accelerate, you give back, so the front forks, so they compress, and the moment the front forks compress, then you give again. So this is how it looks like. You give, you pull back, you give, boom. That's it. It's very simple, and the good thing about first gear power wheelies is you don't need a lot of speed, you know. You don't need to carry speed at all. I mean, I am doing it now, like I think 50 kilometers per hour, which is how much is that? 30 miles per hour, something like this. So see here, no clutch. You get a good grip. You're accelerating slowly. You twist the wrist forward, See, actually I'm doing it at 40 kilometers per hour. You give back, up, and up. That's all it takes. You give a bit, up, and up. That's all there is to it. Yeah? Look, I'll show you one more time. You go slowly. Okay, let's start from zero. Okay? Look here now. You accelerate in first, let go of the clutch, get a good tight grip. What you do now is do the trick, accelerate, off the gas, give gas. That's it. And once you're comfortable with that, then you can try, you know, it's a process. Once you get comfortable with lifting it up a bit, then it's gonna be a bit more and a bit more. You know, first off, you're gonna start like this, boom. Then you're gonna start a bit carrying it more, boom. And then you're gonna, like after a while, you're gonna get it. You think you're gonna be like this actually, but you're gonna be half of what you think you are. And it's gonna be an acceleration wheelie, which means like you're only accelerating and you're not finding the balance point. That means you cannot keep the bike like this. For example, you can keep it in first gear basically for as long as you want, because you have the balance point. It means you don't have to be giving it throttle. You take a bit throttle back, you give a bit, and you just keep it like this. But that's at the later stage. Don't think about this now. All you need to think about this now is just getting it up a bit and a bit more and a bit more, and just get used to the feeling here. And very important, don't forget to implement the trick. That's gonna help you. I guarantee that in 1 hour you're gonna be able to get the front up much more than you're used to or than you have so far, just by doing the trick. You know, like bending your elbow and twisting the wrist forward, so you have more throttle opening. Gas, do the trick, you go a bit up, off, up, boom. See? Very simple, very easy. Nothing to it. All you need to do is, again, try and stay calm. That's really the best advice. Do the trick and try and stay calm. It sounds easy now. I've been the same, panic and shit. I was afraid, and the moment it just lifted up a bit, I thought, oh fuck, I'm gonna crash. Trust me, with time it's gonna get better. Pretty please. This, it's not a joke. Your bike can flip. First gear, as you know, is the most aggressive one. Many people have told me, don't try in first gear, you're gonna crash. So I'm just taking this knowledge and just passing it on. But please be very careful, especially with the trick. Be very careful, because the bike is gonna rock it up. Yeah. So make sure covering the back brake and just blip it. At first, just blip it. Don't try finding balance points and shit like this. Just give it a little blip and up. That's it. Just get used to it for now with this thing. Yeah. Because first gear, keeping the balance point, it's hard because the bike is aggressive.